Hey guys, just want to make a quick point that if you're a person like me who pays a lot of attention to the deep down and the things that most people don't notice, it's important to remember that a majority of people are just simply not clued into what we are. If they are catching wind of anything, it doesn't change them too much. They don't put too much of a focus on it. It just goes in one ear, out the other type of thing. Most people are living what I would call, quote, normal lives that are seemingly unaffected by the types of things going on, when in reality, it's just a thing that's building, and it's something that's not going to be felt until the pain is present, so to speak. Um, we all are affected in some degree by this type of interference and influencing, but it's not really going to reach ahead until it's extremely painful for people, I think. And the fact that so many people are urged to never turn an observing eye to anything definitely breeds an air of soullessness and lack of regard as a theme in this world that's just going to be completely present until the end of time. People aren't really going to care about anything until it directly affects them. It's the mentality that, hey, it's not happening to me, so therefore it's not really happening, or it's not worthy of mentioning. But it's going to be difficult to break away from the base level surface that we're living, simply because it's never encouraged or incentivized that we do different things. Many people are just going to fall in line to these script writers and these orchestrators that have really no good intentions other than to just drag out their reign of terror and keep it silent, and to invoke as much silent suffering as humanly possible while keeping the thing going without any soul or emotion. The pattern of use, abuse, and then being discarded or spit out will be prevalent, and this society just isn't going to value people, especially those who think and feel a lot and find it important to do different things outside of the beaten path. The fact that there very well could not be much of a life outside of this matrix for people, I'm sure, is a scary notion. Something I've considered heavily too. Once you break out, what do you do? That's the thing. That's why it helps to be a spiritualist who sees the value in minimalism and appreciating the little things, to say the least. There's never going to be a bulletin or a memo describing what to do and telling us when to batten down the hatches and run to the hills, so to speak. There's never going to be that memo. You're just going to have to roll with your gut. And many of our abilities and our sense of intuition as sentient people have been affected remotely in many different methods, with nanotechnology, with direct energy weapons, influencing of all varieties, has stifled people's sense of intuition and kept them stuck in a limiting pattern that only ever slides down and never will build up, usually. And that's sad to consider, but it's the absolute truth. But I think regained focus and intuition will occur as tragedies in people's lives begin to manifest in ways that can't be covered up, they can't be ignored, they will bubble to the surface, and it will probably shock and alarm most people who never thought much about it. But people like myself who have spent their time thinking and anticipating and indulging their own psychic abilities will probably not be surprised with the outcome. It's going to be something, is all I know. But it's hard to really be sad or vulnerable in this new society and be realistic with people and speak from the heart without the possibility of it being used against you, or as a way to minimize your comfort of being real or being expressive. That's going to be a theme too. It's a lot of things contained that when they come out, it'll probably be heavy, real, and full of piss and vinegar and emotion that won't be easily accepted by everybody. We don't see everybody else getting worn down by this and it building up over time. We'll just see the end result, and then hopefully a finger to point and to place the blame upon. That's what I seem to suspect, is that they want to drive the devil out of people and point to them as the problem when that does actually happen in real life and manifest in actuality. But the common denominators of this whole thing and the common threads would help us, hence their lack, hence the absence and lack of observation. There's not going to be any helpful teaching tools to guide us through, but it's sure to be a confusing headache at the very least, and a deplorable disaster at the very worst. That's about all I have to say for now, but I'll catch up with you guys later on. Peace.